Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Hope everyone is having a blessed morning. I am having a blessed morning. So, I was just sitting here, right? And I was just thinking, to myself. So, I cry a lot. I get emotional a lot of days, and I cry to myself. And some people know, some people don't know. It's a lot of pain. It's a lot of, you know, losing loved ones, losing friends. It's a combination of a lot. It's a combination of a lot. And the reason why it's a combination of a lot because sometimes when you lose people, it don't hit you right away. It comes different. It could come. It don't have to come right then and there, right? It could come later on, and it could be a combination. It could be a pile of a lot of difficulties that you win in your life, a lot of things that you win in your life, and it'll just be hitting all of the things that you didn't. I'm not saying that you didn't let go. All of the things that you wanted to cry for, all of the things that you wanted to cry for, right? At the time you couldn't cry for whatever reason. Maybe it's because you wanted to be strong, right? And you needed to be strong at that time, right? So you didn't want to show no fear. Hold on one second. Hold on one second. You didn't want to show no fear. You didn't want to show no fear. You didn't want to you didn't want to show you didn't want to show no weakness. Whatever you was going through. It could have been people, doing you dirty, telling you to get out their house, just crapping on you, making you feel bad, making you feel less than, and you couldn't cry at the time. How you doing? Good morning. And you couldn't cry at the time. You had no one to cry to physically, but you always cried out to the Creator, the Almighty. You always cried out to Him, and He saw your cries within and your pain within. There's going to come a time in your life where that you are going to cry, that you're going to shed tears. You're going to sit back. You're going to be somewhere, right? And your mind's going to start to retrospect, and you're going to start to remember, and you're going to start crying. You're going to start crying to yourself. I'm telling you. And it could be a big cry of continuing crying, or it could be um you could cry for years. Randomly you can cry for years and weeks and months. The reason why I'm saying that is because it's okay to cry. It's okay. It's okay to let it out. That moment, right? I know that in circumstances you need to, show no weakness, right? And you need to show strength in the time of facing difficulties and hardship. But cry to yourself. And the reason why I'm saying cry to yourself, because you are not going to hurt yourself. You're not going to hurt yourself, right? And you're not going to throw in your face that you was crying in a time of difficulties. Because when you cry to people, you cry to people that's around you, or you consider that your loved ones,
Majority of the time they throw it in your face. They throw it in your face. They throw it in your face. I don't know why people do that, but people do that. Because there's going to come a time where they're going to be crying and they're going to need some help, or they're going to need somebody around them, right, to help them. But it's okay to cry. I just was crying, sometimes I take, put it like this. I could be sitting somewhere and I could be thinking, I could be in an Uber, I could be going somewhere, or I could be out eating. I just cry, man. Your mom, you start to remember a lot of things that happened to you. Trauma, depression, any things that happened to you in your life. You start to cry because you didn't cry before, right? And this can be from a young age. It could be from a young age that things happen to you and that you never cried. You never cried. So it'll hit you when you get older. It'll hit you when you get older. This is true facts, man. So when it do hit you, it's okay to cry, to let it out. If you have to go in the bathroom, right? If you want to cry in front of people, let it out. Let the cry out. But if you don't feel safe, you can go somewhere, go to the bathroom and cry if you can hold it. But if you can't hold it, let it out. Let it out. Let it out. And then when people ask you, right, when they ask you what's wrong, just tell them, no, nothing is wrong. Don't tell them why you're crying. Don't tell them that. If the people want to console you and they want to hug you and say it's going to be okay, it's fine. But me, I wouldn't let them know why I'm crying. I wouldn't let the person know why I'm crying because I don't want them to use that against me, saying that, remember, you was crying and I was there for you. People do that. So I wouldn't let the person know. This is a strategy. Just my opinion. You don't have to go with it, right? Crazy guy said, I don't do it because it makes me feel weak. Listen, it's okay to cry. My guy, it's all crazy guy. Crazy guy, it's okay to cry. It doesn't make you weak. It doesn't make you weak. You know the reason why it doesn't make you weak is because all the traumas and depression or anything that you went through, your loved ones, or anything that you went through, started from the age 5 all the way up, and say that you never cried before, right? You never cried. You wanted to show strength. You wanted to show courage, right? You wanted to show these things. And you never cried. You always wanted to show that you know? Sometimes that can lead you to the wrong path in life. And sometimes it can lead you to the right path in life. And what I mean by that, when you don't, as a man, when you don't show emotions and you don't show emotions, or you don't show comfort to yourself, what it does, it hardens your heart. It hardens you as a man. It hardens you, right? Because you're not letting out the pain and suffering. So what happened is that physically, mentally, spiritually, it could go left. It can go left. One day you may explode. You may explode and not knowing why you exploding, and become emotional. You may hurt yourself or you may hurt others, right? Now, the kicker to what I'm saying is when you do cry, right? And whatever you've been through in life, you don't need to drink. You don't need to drink. You don't need to use drugs to add on to that. Because most of people that be crying, a lot of people that cry and become emotion, right, dealing with traumas and depression, they start to pick up drugs, alcohol, and cigarettes. And that can become a habit. That can become an enemy to you in the future. Just let it out. Just let it out. Let it out in front of everybody. But do not tell them, why are you letting it out? And crying makes you a stronger man. It makes you a better person. It makes you feel for others. It makes you feel for yourself and those around you. That means that you care more, and you should care more. You shouldn't care less. This is why a lot of people in society, in our communities, are doing these things, is because they don't care. They're not crying enough. So what they're doing is inflicting pain upon others, that the pain that happened to them. I know that all too well. I know all too well, crazy guy. So, but it's okay to cry, because later on, by you crying, it can help you out with situations in the future, right? That could lead you to a dark, dark path, or could lead you to success in helping someone out. That's my outlook on it. So, you know, the more you cry, the more you let out, the more you care, the more you will become aware of your surroundings, yourself, and others. And you would think twice of hurting yourself or somebody else. The harder you let it in, the harder you are, you care less about anybody's feelings. This is an actual true fact. Some people have the ability to turn it off or on. But I say, let it out. Let the cry out. It's not going to hurt you. It's not going to break you. All it's going to do is make you a better person. It's going to make you more aware and care more about yourself, about the world, about people. And it's going to make you a better man and a better woman. This is an actual true fact. And I want you to know that. I just want to shed light on you and shed light on us, because I know that it is taught that we're supposed to be hard. We don't show no fear. We don't show anything. You know, no. And I know that this subject has been spread all around. We heard this before. But I'm just giving my experience, because I come from that era of show no weakness, show strength, hurt people, you know, show all this stuff. No. Because you showing that you don't know how to deal with your pain and suffering, and you're going to take it out somebody else, or you're going to hurt somebody, and you're going to cause somebody else to be crying instead of yourself. So I just wanted to say that to you, right? As we progress in life to becoming better people in life, it's okay. It's 100% okay to cry. All right? Y'all have a great day. Peace, y'all. Peace.